One question I always struggle with when writing any screenplay is, what is my message? Why am I writing what I am writing? What theme or idea am I trying to convey with my directing, cinematography, dialogue and sound? Theming a film is not essential, but it does help to ground the film in one particular focus, allowing for a sense of cohesion that can drive the film forward. Having a message allows you to develop meaningful characters and ideas in service of not only the plot, but the overall story too. No film is a better example of this than Upon its release in 1951, the classic film starring Marlon Brando and directed by Elia Kazan, based on the similarly loved play by Tennessee Williams, sparked controversy in its portrayal of sexual relationships, and all of this was in service of the film's themes as well as being a reflection of the attitude of the playwright Tennessee Williams. A Streetcar Named Desire follows Blanche's arrival in New Orleans from the Old South to live with her sister Stella. However, she quickly forms a rivalry with Stella's husband Stanley, which leads to him revealing dark secrets about her past and eventually raping her before she's sent away to a mental institution, most likely for the rest of her life. This film's message is a simple one, and one that lasts through time. Is the way we live now better or worse than the past we used to live in? Or, to put it another way, the past versus the present. It's a relatively simple message, however what elevates this theme above another one that's just as simple is how it's portrayed in the film. The film never explicitly states this message in a clunky expositional scene where the characters blurt out the themes. However, the idea is still strongly conveyed throughout the film and is the glue that holds the whole thing together. And all of this is done through clever camera work, sound design and dialogue. From the very opening sequence, the film establishes a conflicting dynamic between every symbol of the traditional past and every symbol of the more modern present. When Blanche first arrives in New Orleans, she walks through the streets uncertainly, jumping at the blaring car horns, violence in pubs, and the lively jazz music which plays throughout her journey, starkly contrasting her traditional southern values with the contemporary world around her. Kazan cleverly uses the jazz music to juxtapose what you would imagine as Blanche's preferred musical taste, as well as grounding the music in what was considered at the time to be a very forward-thinking, progressive musical style. Kazan continues to use clever camera work, dialogue and symbolism to define the film's message during Blanche's first major confrontation with the film's symbol of the present world, Stanley, the husband of Blanche's sister Stella. The scene primarily uses a split screen to put Blanche and Stanley, or the past and the present, at odds with one another in the frame. Kazan uses the clever growing and shrinking of each side of this split screen to show the ebb and flow of the conflict in this scene. That conflict is over the soul of Stella, and at the beginning of the scene, Blanche takes up 3/4 of the frame in order to show that she, at this point in the story, is winning over Stella and convincing her to return to the past. However, as the scene progresses, the majority of the frame shifts to Stanley, a clever foreshadowing of the eventual victory of the present over the past. Outside of the technical aspects of the film, this theme does something else to elevate itself above others. It's timeless. At every period of history, there are those who are willing to embrace the changes in society and those who are not. Those who say the traditional ways are better. Even now, it wouldn't be a surprise to hear anyone over the age of 40 saying, "In my day, we didn't have these newfangled gadgets, we went outside and entertained ourselves." And so, this film's message is not time period specific. It will live on and resonate with people for years to come. And that's what makes it so invincible. Crafting a message for your film is not an essential part of the filmmaking process, but it can elevate your film to an increased level of depth and complexity when character motivations and actions are driven not just by plot and of course character, but by the message you're trying to send when you create your artwork. Because that's what film is. Above all else, film is an art form used to tell stories and spread messages that the creator wants people to hear, whilst also entertaining, of course. My name's Matthew, and this is For the Love of Film. Thank you very much for watching my latest video. If you did enjoy, please subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell to get information about when I upload new videos. Make sure to like this video and leave in the comments something you are interested in me talking about next. Thanks very much for watching.